get back from the mountains and then we have it. We don't really have time to tell people about it. We're still doing 60/40, which doesn't feel good. You know? Well, we've already committed to another one. So, you want to do pre-service? Quick, we only got 2 minutes. He's giving us a thumbs up. Look at him. We're going to do a quickie. Now remember not the feeling I forgot, the feeling I forgot, the feeling I forgot. Wake up, the feeling I forgot. Already slipped away. Didn't want to stay. Something that's now lost, hidden in my thoughts. I know it can't be lost or for good, 'cause it was there just a moment before now. Wake up, the feeling I forgot. Wake up, the feeling I forgot. Wake up, the feeling I forgot.
Good morning, Unity of Gainesville. Let's say our welcome together. Welcome to Unity, where love is felt, truth is taught, lives are transformed, and all is well. We express the Christ within. May the service bless each of you on your spiritual path. Those of you that are here in person, those of you joining us on Zoom or Facebook, and all of those who are with us in spirit. My name is Celeste Kroll, and I'll be guiding us through this sacred service this morning. I would like to introduce our speaker, Marcia McCartney.
Hi, everybody.
Reverend
I'm on.
McCartney is one of my favorite ministers of all time. And our musicians are Sam and Lucy. Thank you so much for being here. And our prayer chaplain today, standing in the back, is Ann Young. And I also want to thank the people that are helping us with our wonderful, the wonderful sound and everything else. You guys are doing a fabulous job. Thank you so much. And now the opening prayer.
So I just want to say hi to everyone. Hi, honeys. I love you all and bless you all for being here this morning. It's okay to call you honey. Yeah. So just take a look around the room at the beautiful expressions here. The one power and the one presence is sitting right here in this room. So amazing, the spirit of love that is expressed in this community. So we just take a few moments to begin our time together this morning to acknowledge that this is a place where love grows and blossoms and becomes radiant love and light in our lives and in our world. That Unity of Gainesville is a path for positive spiritual living every day in every way. And so we give thanks for those that have come before us, the ones that had the brilliant and amazing idea to begin a unity community here in Gainesville, Florida. So we give thanks to our roots here in Gainesville. We give thanks for all of you, each one that comes to bring your love and your light to this community and have the capacity to shine that out into this community and into our world. Let's just take a moment in the silence to give thanks for this place and this space that we call our spiritual home. In our hearts right now, we say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
I would like to ask, do we have any first-time visitors here to our church? And if we do, could you please, if you're comfortable, raise your hand so that we may welcome you? Yes, we do. Thank you so much for coming. Online visitors may visit our website. Our prayer chaplain, as I said, was Ann Young. Prayer is an essential unity practice. You are invited to stay after the service to pray with our prayer chaplain in the room on the left. Access is through the gathering room. Don't forget to look on our bulletin board in the gathering room for our classes and events. And for those of you online, check our website to be sure to subscribe to our weekly e-blast for more information. As far as announcements, Carla is going to give an announcement about the World Day of Prayer.
Good morning, everybody. Wow, it's so good to see so many people here. This is wonderful. World Day of Prayer is on is on September the 14th. And it is a day that all Unity churches all over the world set aside for prayer and meditation. And we have a wonderful program going for you with the chaplains and and um, and myself. And so we just thought that maybe those of you who work, you could call in well and just come on over here. We're starting at 10 in the morning and we go until 4 in the afternoon, and there will be a chaplain on duty all day long. They're rotating and taking turns, and so there will be music for meditation and all that going all day. And we have a little bit of workshops too. So come in, meditate, go down the hall to the workshop room, and we're going to be making prayer flags and prayer affirmations for people who are ill, and for healing and for wholeness. And so it's going to be a fun day, and so I'm hoping that you come. And I'm getting prompts. What? And energy healers. Yes, I forget that. And thank you. And so all you would do is sign up for a certain time to experience energy healing as well. So this is our outreach, and you don't have to be a member of Unity to come. Bring your friends who like to meditate and also to make prayer flags. So that. And then there is another announcement that I'd like to make, and that is on September the 8th. We just made a fun song about it. On September the 8th, we're going to have another Sam and Lucy energy healing service. And that's on a Friday night at 7. So bring your neighbors, bring your friends, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your significant others, everything. Bring them. We have people coming in from all over the Gainesville community for this and beyond, down from Ocala and Silver Springs all the way up to Alachua and Jacksonville. Yeah. So y'all put that on your calendars. It'll be on the website. And make sure that you call in well and come here, okay, for World Day of Prayer.
I would also like to tell you about a new class that is being offered. It started last week, but anyone is invited at any time. And the class is called Soul Talk Skills. And it's being given by Christina Gilman. Christina, you want to stand for a moment? And it's on Tuesdays from 10:30 to 12 noon. Registration is required, but it's very easy to register. You just call the church and let them know that you want to come to this class. You can join any week, and new members are welcome. If you look on the e-blast, you can see the listing of all of the things that are covered in this class. A lot of interesting topics are going to be covered. So anyway, wanted to let you know about that. And now the day, yes?
That was a little bit of a slip up, but we have a new member class that is on Thursday evenings at 7, and it's on Zoom. And we invite you. We started last week. That's what I thought you were going to say was going to be the new member class. And but it's okay if you're a week late. So please check that out on the website and the e-blast and get the coordinates for my my Zoom phone. Okay. My Zoom whatever station.
The Zoom link is the word she's looking for. And it's also, this class is intended to be for all of us, which means those of us that may have read Emily Cady's Lessons in Truth 4 times or those of us that are looking at Emily Cady for the first time. And it is indeed intended to serve all of us for our spiritual enlightenment and growth. So I'm in that class, and I just have to say that I've already done Emily Cady twice already in this church. So please just know it isn't about membership only. And I'm sorry, I'm just adding that, Carla, because I feel the class has a diverse purpose to serve all of us. And so now, my proper station is the Daily Word. And the irony is world peace. And I'm not making that up. The affirmation, I join with others to build a peaceful world. The scripture comes from Romans 14:19. Let us pursue what makes for peace and for mutual upbuilding. The world's problems can feel so overwhelming and its needs so great that I may wonder how my individual efforts could make any difference. But every action that I take contributes to world peace. I remember that there are people throughout the world who feel the way that I do. So many are doing all they can to bring light and love to their family, their neighborhoods, their community. I feel comforted realizing that I am not alone in my effort. Peace begins with each of us. Each person inspires others, and so it spreads, uniting all the world's people to live and thrive in harmony and cooperation. We are meant to live in peace. I hold this vision and offer compassionate service as a way to make this dream for world peace a reality for everyone, for all of us. And so I'll repeat the affirmation and then we'll do it together. I join with others to build a peaceful world. I join with others to build a peaceful world.
We are gathering as one. When we start listening to what she's got to say, oh, our mother, she will guide the way. When it's all said and done, we will find together we're all children of the sun. When we see that all we are is love, Together we can build the world we're dreaming of. And all those places that we've known, and now we're finally coming home. When it's all said and done, we will find together we're all children of the sun. La da da la da da da, la da da la da 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 da, la da. La da 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 la da da da, la da da la da 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 la da. La da da la da da da, la da da la da 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 la da. La da da la da da da, la da da la da 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 la da. When we're all said and done, we will find we're together. When it's all said and done, find the truth that we're all children of the sun.
What joy, what joy. What joy and light and love we've just experienced. That, I mean, I've got God bumps all over. Yeah, and what a wonderful way to move into a sacred time of reflection, a time of centering peace, a time where we can move deep within our hearts. We call it meditation, but really for me, it's like centering now in our hearts, taking all that joy that we've just experienced and move it down into our heart space. I invite you to get comfortable in whatever way is easy for you right now. Just giving thanks and acknowledging this joyful energy that we feel in this moment. And we are truly here to experience and express the joy of love, the joy of peace, and the joy of being present in this moment with each other in oneness and in unity. So I invite you to breathe and be here now. Just breathe easily and completely, relaxing and being fully present this moment in this space with this community. Breathe and be here now. For the next moment or so, we have nowhere to go, nothing to do but simply breathe with the awareness of this present moment. This most precious moment. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow's not here yet. So all of the power is in this present moment. Now. Now is where peace breathes. Now. Peace is in this moment. And each precious breath brings us more completely into this moment. Now is where love breathes. Just breathe and be here now in love and in peace. Now is where compassion breathes and lives and moves and has its being in you and me. Compassion and peace and love. In this moment, we can feel into our unity. We can feel into our oneness. And so as we breathe together with this awareness, in this moment is the healing love, the healing peace, the healing compassion of the living God, the Christ within, the one presence and the one power. And so I invite you right now to be still and know the healing wholeness, the healing presence of divine love, peace, and compassion. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Just be. If you ever have a moment of indecision, a moment of fear or concern or worry, I invite you to do this simple practice. To be still and heal. Be still and heal all sense of separation from one presence and one power of life, living and moving and having its being in you in this most precious moment. Be still and heal. And so it is. And so we let it be.
Head bent in sorrow, I felt my dreams scattered around. I took a walk down by the river in hopes of finding solid ground. When I looked up into the sunlight that streamed in colors through the sky, I felt the door of my heart open as God's light met mine inside. 'Cause I've got the light inside. This little light still burning bright. With all I've been through, my light still shines through. This little light of mine inside.
Well, I took a walk to meet the neighbors with my light still burning bright. They talked of sorrow, trouble, heartache, going well into the night. When I dare to speak aloud about the light inside of me, and how they all have their own light burning bright for all to see. 'Cause I've got the light inside. This little light still burning bright. With all I've been through, my light still shines through. This little light, mine inside.
One night I woke up in a tremble. I had a dream that I had died. There was an angel stood for me and showed the moment of my life. All the good times and the hard ones. Some I'd laugh and some I'd cry. Oh, if only I could wake up and give my life another try. Now when I leave this earthly vessel and set my soul and spirit free, I'll still be shining bright forever. This little light will always be. This little light of mine,
Sing it with us, y'all.
I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
'Cause I've got the light.
This little light of mine,
Bright.
let it shine.
This little light
This little light,
inside of me.
let it shine.
Little light.
This little light of mine,
I'll let it shine.
let it shine.
Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Amazing grace. How sweet the sound. Let's see the soul like me.
I once was lost,
Was lost. Now I'm
I
found.
once was
Blind, but now I see. Like me, it's all I see. Little light, got it bright. Little light, it's me, it's all I see. Little light of mine inside.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, I have been to church. I have been to church. We can all go home now. I swear, I have been to church. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. What a way to have Sunday service. You know, it's like, woo! Woo! It's like I want to just take off, you know? Do you ever feel like that? You just want to, you know you could fly if you know. Wow. What a blessing that we come together so that we can feel and experience the joy in the words, the music, the vibration, the frequency of love. We are so blessed. We are so blessed here at Unity of Gainesville. We are so blessed. And standing up here right now, just looking out at you guys, the beautiful expressions. You're absolutely magnificent. You are absolutely magnificent. Will you just turn to somebody and tell them that? You are absolutely magnificent. Yeah, you are absolutely amazing. Whoa, can you feel that? Can you feel that energy? Woo! Now we could fly. We could take off. We could take off if we wait. But do you know that we really are wondrously made? Wonderfully made, and don't you forget it, you know? And we're here to remind each other. We are incredibly created with great love and intention. I mean, think about it. Think about all the incredible experience of being in this form that we are. Just incredible. Created in the image and likeness of the creator of the universe. Do you know you have a universe within you? every atom, every cell, every organ, every precious part of us made in the image and likeness. And there is this perfection, this eternal perfection built into each of us, in the very atoms and the very cells of our being. It was the rabbi, Jesus, that said, "Be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect." Me? Me, perfect? Y'all know me. The older I get, the wiser I get, the more imperfect I realize I am, but I am perfectly imperfect. Warts and all. Cellulite and all. Yeah. White hair and all. Winkles. I don't call them wrinkles, I call them winkles. Winkles and all. And what perfection is there in knowing that? I mean, truly knowing that. It's a divine paradox, isn't it? That we are imperfectly perfect. And what did Jesus really mean when he said, "Perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect"? How could I ever obtain that, But the Greek translation of the word perfect actually means complete or whole. Our perfection, our wholeness is innate within us. The incorruptible part of us. There is that incorruptible, and I know Weed knows that. Don't you, Weed? Yeah. Yes. Our essential divine self, our spirit, what we call the Christ in unity, the Christ within our hope of glory. Yes. Our hope of glory. And we all long to know that part of ourselves. We all have a deep longing to know and live from this place of wholeness, don't we? So many times we look in the mirror and we look at our image and we wonder, who are you? Do you know? Who are you? And I really believe the truth is all of us want to know who we are. The Bible offers a holy trinity of life for us. It's found in 1 Corinthians. A life of wholeness, a blueprint for completeness. The holy trinity is faith, hope, and love. It's the holy trinity of God's expression in you and me. How we can live our lives every day. How to get to know yourself and how to love what you see in the mirror. In 1 Corinthians, it does say, "For now we see in a mirror dimly." Actually, the Greek translation says that for now we see in a mirror, in a riddle, in a puzzle. We spend a lot of time and energy trying to figure out what our next move is. Will it make us happy? Always striving, always searching. It's time to give up the search. It's time. For now, I see in a mirror dimly, but then we will see face to face. When I examine myself in the mirror of my life, sometimes it is cloudy. Sometimes it's foggy and dim. I can't always see myself clearly because of my thoughts. It's all about my thoughts. My own judgments because of my perceptions of myself and others and my life. My perceptions. Early in my life, I received the message that I wasn't good enough. Anybody get that one? I wasn't good enough. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't thin enough. I wasn't fat enough, or whatever it was, I wasn't enough. But the promise here is that now I know in part, but then I will know fully, even as I have been fully known. And what that says to me is that I might not always see myself as I really am. But there is a power and a presence that does. And I call that God. We can call it source. We can call it eternal life. We can call it anything we want. But that part, that power, that higher power, does see me whole. And that I'm wondrously made, perfectly made, warts and all, cellulite and all, perfectly imperfect. I am that. I am. And now faith, hope, and love abide, these three. And the greatest of these is love. Yeah, love. And there will come a time, I believe, and it may be here for you. It may be here for many of us. But there will come a time when we have such incredible belief system that we will walk boldly forth in faith into Spirit's expanding vision for our lives. To take that truth and live it. Take care of your life and love it. So my message today is filled with stories, because Jesus had this thing called parables. He knew how to get the lesson across, and that's what I believe. I think stories tell the message better than any way. I try to have some theological idea or some diagram or theory, but stories. We've been telling stories from the very beginning of time. And so the first story is, we're going to go back to the fire, the house, because there was a house that caught on fire. And a young boy was forced to go to the roof. And his father stood on the ground below with outstretched hands, calling to his son, "Jump, I'll catch you." And his dad knew that the boy had to jump to save his life. But all the boy could see between himself and his father was fire and smoke and blackness. The child was filled with panic. His father yelled, "Jump, son, jump, I'll catch you." And the boy protested. He was so scared. "Daddy, I cannot see you." And the father yelled back, "But I can see you." And that's all that matters. And the next time you don't know the way to go, God does. That power and presence, that intelligence within you does know. It will take you there. The next time you're confused and you feel like your whole life is a big riddle, a big puzzle, remember it isn't to God. So our faith must be lived. We've been given it. It's one of our 12 powers. So there was a rabbi and a soap maker that went on a walk together. And the soap maker said, "What good is religion? Look at all the trouble and misery in the world. After thousands of years of teaching about goodness, truth, and peace, after all the prayers and the sermons and the teachings of religion, what's so good about religion? Why should it be that that's the most important thing?" So they continued walking down the road, and the rabbi noticed a child playing in the dirt in the gutter and said, "Look at that child. You say that soap makes people clean. But see the dirt on that little kid? What good is soap? With all the soap in the world, that child is still filthy. I wonder how effective soap is after all, the rabbi said. And the soap maker protested and said, but Rabbi, soap can't do anything unless it's used. I'm speaking to the choir here, I know. Exactly, said the rabbi. So it is with religion and truth and trust. It isn't effective until we use it and we apply it to our lives. It's my favorite unity principle is it's not enough to know the truth. You've got to know the truth and live it in your life. Use it every day. And faith is the first of our Holy Trinity of living. And now we look at hope, and this is a story about the portrait painter that stopped by a small town, and he was hoping to paint a whole lot of people's portraits, and make a lot of money, and nobody came to him except the town drunk. And he was dirty and unshaven and got raggedy clothes on, but he sat for his portrait, and with all the dignity that he could muster, and after a while, the artist, after laboring a little longer than usual, he lifted the painting from the easel and he showed it to the man. And the man, the town drunk, slurred, "This isn't me." He studied this well-dressed man in the painting. And the artist said that he looked beneath the exterior and saw the inner beauty of this man. And he replied to the town drunk, "See, but it's not the man I see, but the man you can be. And the man I see beneath the rags and the drunkenness. Yeah. Christ in you, the hope of glory. The Christ in you, the hope of glory. When I stop looking at the outer flesh, the outer mask of ourselves and others, and start looking within to see the love and the faith and the hope of the Christ within, looking back at me, what do? Namaste. Namaste. The light in me, the brightness in me, beholds that in you. And as we look at ourselves in the mirror, instead of recounting all the things that are wrong with us, let's start recounting all the things that are right and amazing about us and begin to have a belief in ourselves and see our inner beauty. It's taken me 75 years to get here, seriously. It is the Christ in you and me, the perfection in you and me, God in you and me, that is the hope of glory and the hope of humankind. So many times we don't have hope because we're locked into our own thinking, stinking thinking. We get so wrapped up in our human thinking that we think we have to have the answers. We can't possibly, get out of the locked place we are in our minds. We think we have to do it by ourselves. Boy, I know that one really well. We think we have to figure it out all by ourselves. I know that one too. We think we have to go through life like a hamster on the wheel, continually running and never getting anywhere. If we just got off the wheel of stinking thinking and sat still and quieted our minds, we would find that there is another stream of thought inside of us that is from our higher self. That still small voice that is available 24/7 for all the answers that we need in our lives. Infinite intelligence are us. So, Houdini, you recognize him, that amazing master escape artist, failed to make one of his spectacular escapes. He was carefully tied up with ropes and chains and handcuffs in a jail cell. He got out of the handcuffs immediately. But as he began to work on the cell lock, it wouldn't open. Finally, frustrated and near exhaustion, he leaned against the door and it swung open unexpectedly. He almost fell on the floor. The jailer had forgotten to lock the cell. And this is a great example, that there are so many times that we think we're locked into our thinking. You know, we try and pick the lock. We think we can't get through, but tap into that Christ within, which is every one of ours heritage, our divine birthright, our essential self. We can get through. No matter what's going on, whatever the challenge, there is hope. Whatever the challenge, that door will open. Whatever the challenge, where the doors seem to be locked, it will open for us. How many doors do you think are locked in your life? How many times have you tried to pick the lock with your thinking? Human thinking. You know, I have a story about when I quit smoking. For years, I smoked. And a couple years after I got sober in 1977, I decided that I didn't want to smoke anymore because I started skiing out west. And it's a high altitude, honey, you know, and I could not get my breath even to put my boots on. And so I made the decision that I was going to quit. Well, it took me some time, but one day I had eaten dinner and I was having my coffee, and that was when I always enjoyed a cigarette. The compulsion was gone. The compulsion was gone, you know? So instead of trying to pick the lock with our human mind, step back and let go and let God do it. Get quiet and listen with your super mind. Affirm that the cell door, whatever that door is, that has been locked for years, is now going to swing open as you let the power within, the divine power of faith, unlock it for you. And if you don't have that, or you don't feel like you have that right now, you enroll an army of faith warriors with you. Yeah. So when we have built these two, faith and hope, into our lives, we come to the greatest of all these, and it's love. So it was a rabbi. An ancient rabbi asked his students how they could tell when night had finished, night was ended, and day was on its way back. It's a great question. And one student raised his hand and said, well, when you can see an animal in the distance and you can tell if it's a sheep or a dog. And the rabbi said, no, that's not how you do it. Another student spoke up and said, well, it could be when you looked at a tree in the distance and you saw whether it was a fig tree or a peach tree. And the rabbi said, no, that's not the way you do it. The students were getting real impatient and finally said, well, how? Rabbi, how do you do it? And the rabbi replied, when you look on the face of any man or woman and you see that he or she is your brother or your sister, because if you cannot do that, no matter what time it is, it's still dark. So the magic to unlocking your life is to be in love with yourself, to be in love with life itself. And when we can do that, we can easily love each other. I am that I am has sent me to this moment January 1st, 2023, I had a flood in my kitchen, and I was running back and forth. Trying. I remember that I was being given a gift, which was really unusual, the first thought that I got. And then I took a page out of Myrtle Fillmore's playbook. I am a child of God, therefore I do not inherit whatever it is, sickness, whatever it is. So I got that message so strong. And I remember my neighbors put me to bed, and I was in a great deal of pain. But I remember speaking to my body, just as Myrtle had, asking for forgiveness. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Yeah. And it's been, 8 months now. And the last doctor that I talked to said, your back is healed, Marcia. Your back is healed. And it was like such a relief to be validated, to be validated in that moment. I am that I am has sent me to this moment. That's what I kept hearing over and over in my listening. To be the heart and to be the voice through which heaven is made known on earth. I am that I am has sent every single one of us to be the heart, to be the voice through which heaven is made known on earth. I am that I am has sent each one of us. And I pray that when I look in the mirror of my life, that the dimness disappears, the puzzle is solved, the riddle, and God shows me the way to see face to face the perfect imperfection, the wholeness of who I am and what I am, and that I am that. Namaste. Thank you.
Wow. What a wonderful, wonderful talk you gave. Thank you so much, Reverend McCartney. Very much. It was terrific. So at this time, we embrace the principle of giving as a spiritual practice. You're invited to take your love offering in your hand, or imagine it if you've already given. And now, together, we will bless our gifts, knowing that as we give, our blessings are multiplied. Together, divine love expressed in me, through me, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. So now we are going to welcome Miss Gwen, and we'll see if there are any children here today.
just the three of us today, and we had a ball. What you did too? I bet you didn't have chocolate chip cookies, though. We had chocolate chip cookies, sort of, because our story today was called Chocolate Chip Cookies, and it was about families. And I know you all have been talking about family all month. And we talked about Nemo and his family and how his family changed when the big shark came along and ate his mother and all of his brothers and sisters. So he had a new family, just he and his dad. But then he got friends, Dory, and all kind of friends. And the chocolate chip cookie story was about families that are so different. The little girl invited friends over, and one didn't want to go out of her room because she didn't like boys, and she had 3 brothers. And so they were having so much fun in the kitchen talking and all. When the little girl came back in, she says, "What were y'all doing out there?" And she said, "We were just being family." And she said, "Can I be family too?" She said, "Yeah, come on." So we talked about families that can look so different, just like all the chocolate chip cookies I brought today that I guess I'll have to eat. Some were chunky, some were soft, some were chocolate with chocolate chips. All different sizes, but they're all chocolate chip cookies.
Thank you very much. So let us join together in blessing our children and children of the world. So, rub your hands together. Repeat after me. There we go. Children, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we see you, Christ within you. We love you. We love you. Rah. All right, in closing, let's form a circle. We will sing the peace song, and then we'll speak the prayer for protection.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony.
Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. Live each moment, peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have a great week.
I am God, I give to